So it's been a while since kind of put together a mock-up for what's called the proving ground, and it's kind of where I take a lot of the ideas that that we've come up with and prove them out. See how many of them we can actually put into the build. Got this wrap today. Little hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. I just came on a roll. We'll get more into that, but can just kind of go down the line here, and most of this pertains to the exterior back end. I think we're going to, hashtag trademark this one, the Skull Hawk. It is a 2014 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk that we're doing this build on. And the skulls just become more and more apparent into this build, and I think we're going to call it the Skull Hawk. So hashtag the Skull Hawk. Not that I Twitter or anything else like that. This is a possibility of, perhaps some of the headliner inside. It's got the big panoramic roof, so it won't be much up there. So in a couple of the earlier posts, we show the boom mat on the bumper, and as we kind of get into everything else that's going to go into it, we got some of the moly panel going on in the build. On the side windows, also on the inside cargo windows, for some of the audio equipment pieces. This here is for the rear license plate moly panel, so it did come with a few brackets. This is a MFC off-road product. And obviously your plate goes here, and as I got into working with the bumper and having that all out of the and off the vehicle, at one point I had an idea of actually mounting some flush lights into the bumper cavity, and now that I have it off, it honestly looks like there's going to be room for that, so that's a bit of good news. And essentially they'll mount, behind the panel in that area, and we'll figure it out, to where, we kind of get the lights in between for the most part. When we go to mount them, it's actually going to be done with, again, carrying the theme of the red hardware. So again, it's just mocked up. Just kind of set this up and see how this, how the ideas kind of come together. It's just a lot of thinking in the forefront, and then again, this is the proving ground here, as the ideas can come together. So that's just a shot there of kind of what the final product will look like. In the rear bumper there, each side of the license plate. And just, again, these are just some possibilities that I've come across, in my mind, and excuse me, that we try to execute. So we'll get more into this. I just want to get the ideas out of the way, and then we'll spend some time. Again, this is the rear visor, on the tailgate. This would be your rooftop here. Third brake light, and then your, of course, rear window. So another idea that I've kind of been pondering around is a light bar in the back on the rear visor here. So this here would be the the squirter for the juice to use your rear wiper. I've completely removed the entire motor, everything. I'm not putting it back in. I don't ever use it anyways. And you know, and we got a vinyl, perfed decal on there now. So, thought is, under this brake light, we'd mount this 12-inch rough country light bar. Pop this off. So again, we've given these all the red hardware throughout, and so I don't think that's to play with the distance a little bit, but originally when I put it up there, and of course this was when everything was still attached and the rear windows here. It nestled in there, and so here's some proving ground. I didn't really know, exactly how it would all be, but I tell you, man, it's kind of looks like it's meant to be. So, just mount right through. Take the plug and, just drill that out a bigger circle, and this can plop right in. I mean, coincidentally, you center this thing, and it, the cord pretty much is right by the hole, so it's a good thing. I'll just go right up in there and I'll never see it. So we all know when building systems, let's just touch on the brake light too. And then we'll focus on the rear visor. Bear with me. I never did plug in my adapter or converter little thing. No edits in these posts. So, sorry about that. So we're gonna plug that in. So I did, I got that tint, and I kind of touched on that in one of the earlier posts. A 50%er. So again, this third brake light. We're gonna do the tail lights. Essentially 2 on the tailgate, and then left and right on the outside of the, rear quarter panel. So 4 pieces of tail light, and then again we're doing the rear bumper lights, taking out the reflectors and putting in a light along with some strobes. All it will be have this tint on it. So there's a 50% tint in the background here. You can see original 50% tint, and this carbon fiber overlay. So I'll light this up now when we pretend we're hitting the brakes, and so it's Cherokee. So I think that's pretty cool. It turned out pretty good. And again, that'll just get remounted into its home. So yeah, I'm happy with that one, folks. And this is the the quarter that wraps around the cargo area, and this is the rear quarter here, and kind of wraps around to the what should be the tailgate. So again, I just kind of threw that on there quick. Just kind of check it out. I'm digging it for the Skullhawk theme for sure. And let me know what you think. So okay, that's the oh boy, there's one more too. Again, just another idea. So again, rear visor. Jeep carries the 7 slotted grill always, and I was maybe thinking about doing 7 of these little LEDs in red. That would just kind of shine down, onto the back window, kind of highlighting. Now this isn't the graphic that goes on the back window, because this isn't perfed, but kind of highlight the artwork, let's call it, back there. So not sure if we're going to do that or not. Again, it's just another idea. We'll just kind of have to see as the build goes along. if we'll invest in that or not. All right, so to our offender. And again, that just comes on a roll there. If we didn't touch on that, it's kind of nice. So, I don't know the rear visor. I showed in an earlier post that it's kind of coming apart. The plastic weld these together. Basically, it's like a sonic. It takes the two pieces and bonds them per se. And getting into this thing, it came apart pretty easily. The main issue was, we got a clip here, and this one had broken, and so they're supposed to snap into these and make a bond. And then there are a few really inefficient plastic welds. Just they came apart like nothing. I mean, you just stick a little some type of potty knife of some sort, trim work pieces, and I thought it was just going to be 1-2 pieces, but this here's kind of a reinforcing bracket, again, the lip of your visor, bottom lip of it, and these are already loose here, and so I haven't popped any more yet, but I mean, it would just take nothing to pop them off and just go along the seam. That's what we're gonna do. Again, they made an attempt here to put some glue pieces together. It's just crazy. And that's what they're relying on, is this a little bit of, I don't know, some kind of crappy hot glue. It's a joke. It's a joke. So yeah, if you ever wonder why this thing's just a rattle, and when you put a few thumps in the vehicle, these are just atrocious. So interesting to see one apart, and really wasn't any way to really secure it back together. This piece, once we pop this off, will be easy. I thought about riveting first, and I don't like that. So we'll probably, when we come back to reassemble it, we'll drill a hole and, use some of these pieces. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 of them across, maybe 5, and then I suppose in between those, possibly could be, just kind of where we just start thinking out loud is, with the LEDs, one of these, one of those, one of these. So we hit 7, I don't know, 5 of those and 7 of these outside probably would work, if that math adds up. And they do have, felt washers, or, you can get rubber, whatever's the best, Again, that would help with, any rattle as well. And we're going to boom mat this, and that. The inside of that, obviously, the nice rooftop, we're not going to do that too. But if we're carrying some of them, trying to convince myself here, I guess, is what we'll say. If we have some of these down here, again, there just really isn't any way outside of the welding and, the broken clip that this attaches, back to it. And so, we could, I guess, try and glue it, but that's pretty senseless. You know, there is this, you know, could put a nut in here and then come up through, you know, with a bolt. This would be covered up. You know, it's the hollow part, you'll never see it. And that's a possibility. There's two of those, you know, but really nothing to attach it. Otherwise, you'd have two mounting points that way, and that I don't think is gonna honestly cut it. Be strong enough to keep this thing from rattling. So, you know, I'm trying to convince myself to, you know, but even that, you know, is what I was saying. There's just not much to. They'd be further back, I guess. Or maybe we could use this hot glue area there. If we did one. Sorry, the camera works terrible. If we did 1, 2, maybe we could offset them. You know, 3, 4. That's kind of right where those pieces are there. They're not far off of those bracket areas. You know, it's not, again, it's not the end of the world. It's just the visor. You know, if we have to, worst case scenario, you know, could almost come to the side. Yeah, you kind of have to be a hodgepodge, as I like to say. You know, 1, 2, maybe a 3, 4, you know, 5, 6, 7. You know, maybe 7 fasteners somehow. And, you know, between the boom mat. And had some crappy seal somewhere. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's doable, huh? And just shooting out loud here. See it from this side. There she kind of goes. So yeah, you know, for this top side, you know, a fastener on the top. Yeah, maybe we'll just target these areas. Honestly, we won't put the red hardware on this side. I'm just kind of showing you, you know, possibilities. Yeah, this is all taken up by the rear brake light, third brake light. Yeah, I think we'd target these from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6. All right, yeah, 7, 8. You know, we really wouldn't use those exact spots there, but you know, we can try and get some good support in the corners. You know, that's corner enough there. And you know, I'm guessing a double-sided tape, folks. Either that or some, you know, double-sided open, you know, type butyl. But man, double-sided tape really does wonders, you know, especially if we have the boom mat on both surfaces. This will be the quietest rear visor ever. All right, well, this one's getting long. Again, just wanted to brainstorm some of the ideas, going on in the back end here. As we get closer to, putting things in for good. Just another little mock-up session here. If you enjoyed it, appreciate it. Thanks.